Even recently, I've been talking to people who are saying, I haven't been excited about heaven in the past because I don't like to sing, and the idea of just singing forever sounds horrible. Or
Yeah.
just being on a cloud, or
Yeah.
all of these things. And I even when I was younger, like a kid, I think I would think about that, like, oh, that doesn't sound very fun, but I'm supposed to be excited about it.
Exactly.
And you feel guilty because
Yeah, that's
you're a
right.
Christian and you're supposed to be excited about heaven, but that doesn't sound fun. So do you think that there will be jobs in heaven? Do you think there'll be sports in heaven?
Here's the thing. We don't the Bible gives us a fair amount of detail about the afterlife on some issues more than others. We can easily over speculate and try to be too smart by half. But but I think there are some things that we can say about what we'll be doing in the afterlife, at least in general terms. And by afterlife, I mean on the new heavens and the new earth, the eternal state. So in my book, I mentioned 5 categories, and maybe we can flesh out a couple of them. So the 5 points that I make, and this isn't exhaustive, but what I say in the book is, in the answer to the question, what will we do in the eternal state? We're going to, number one, revel in God's direct presence and worship him supremely. Now, of course, we revel in God's presence now and worship him here, but it's going to be, on a whole new level of immediacy and intimacy in the eternal state. We're going to experience joyful rest. And by rest, it doesn't mean we're going to be drugged or just kind of, sleeping all day, but it means we will experience. In other words, our labor, and I do think we're going to be involved in doing things with responsibilities and things of that sort, but it won't be characterized by pain. So if we like gardening or whatever, there won't be weeds to pull, that kind of thing. The third point is, and this is a key one, and we might want to focus on this, is that we're going to engage in physical activities with physical bodies, and that's why we'll be on a physical earth, because it makes sense to be, to have physical body and to operate on a physical sphere like a physical earth. That'd be the third point. The fourth is that we're going to enjoy social interactions with one another. So it's not like we're just like monks in a cell all separated. We're going to, it'll be a big party in a good sense. It's going to be a hoot. And then finally, and then maybe this fifth point maybe actually gets directly to your question, is that we will exercise responsibility and service. We will exercise responsibility and service. So, I could just jump to that one if you want, because I think that is what you're asking about. If we're
I just wondered about jobs and
jobs,
the
yeah.
other, I don't know if this is related or not, but will we continue to learn? Because I've had times I've thought, even recently, that I really hope there's reading in heaven, because I love to read books and I love to learn. And the idea of just being able to do that for eternity sounds amazing. So kind of related maybe.